Uruguay is one of the smaller countries in Latin America, but it has made global headlines recently with its decision to become the first country in the world to legalize the cultivation, sale, and consumption of marijuana. The new law goes into effect in April. CCTV's Michael Voss sat down for an exclusive interview with President José Mujica following the CELAC summit in Havana. The president explains why he supported the groundbreaking decision.
Llevamos 100 años persiguiendo gente.
We've persecuted people for over 100 years, and drug consumption has continued to increase each passing day. If you want to change something, you cannot continue to do the same things you have always done, because you will not change anything at all. Repression is not enough. We need other alternatives. For us, drug trafficking is worse than marijuana because it rots social values and rots the repressive forces of society. We want to take over this market from the drug traffickers. So we prefer to know who are consuming drugs in order to provide them with medical treatment. If we let this underground world go on, we will only be favoring it. What we ask is for the chance to experiment with something different.
One of your proposed reforms for the coming year is to tighten control on the sales of alcohol. You're going in the opposite direction here.
Nosotros queremos controlar algunos aspectos del alcohol.
Yes, we want to control some aspects related to alcohol because its consumption is revealing an increasing trend, and this creates problems and car accidents. A car driver who has drunk a lot becomes a problem, and we also want to contribute to lower the prevalence of alcohol-related diseases. We are not talking of a prohibition or a dry law, but a system of regulations.
As well as the CELAC summit, Cuba is also hosting the peace talks between the Colombian government and the FARC rebel movement to end Latin America's longest-running guerrilla war. President Mujica was himself a guerrilla fighter and leader of the Tupamaros movement in Uruguay back in the 1960s and 70s. And he took time off to meet with the Colombians while in Havana.
You yourself are an ex-guerrilla leader, you were a leader of the Tupamaros, and now you are president of Uruguay. Do you think that there is something you can offer FARC in terms of advice or hope that one day they can move from the armed struggle and enter the political system?
Sí, naturalmente.
I have exchanged some words with them. Obviously, the problems facing Colombia are first to be solved by the Colombians. However, since this is such an important issue, I think that all Latin Americans must show their support, because what we do not need in the Americas are wars.
Cuba's former leader, Fidel Castro, did not make an appearance at the summit, but the 87-year-old revolutionary leader did play host to several of the visiting heads of state, including President Mujica.
He has aged quite a bit from the physical point of view. I mean, we're used to seeing that tall, big Fidel that we once knew, but his mind is very clear. His mind did not age. It is still very fresh.
President Mujica is well known for dressing casually, even at events like the CELAC summit. And in his address to regional leaders, he complained about being forced to wear suits.
Pertenecemos a una cultura.
In your speech at CELAC, you spoke about the imperialism of cultural values and of everyone having to wear the suit. You said everyone looks like an Englishman in a suit. What have you got against Englishmen in a suit?
No tengo nada. No tengo nada.
No, not at all. I have nothing against that. What I'm against is some very ancient cultures, those with traditions dating back thousands of years ago. They have abandoned their traditions as they have imitated the West. I believe that the people need freedom. We need to see the coexistence of flowers of different colors. I do not like a homogeneous world where everything is the same, everyone is the same. I like seeing black people wearing their traditional clothes as well as the Arabs. I like a world with different colors, a different world.